One thing about the Dark Presence a lot of people don't know about is that it has been trying to get to the island ever since Chapter 1. Now, if you don't know, in Chapter 1, Season X, this organization called the Seven tried to destroy this extremely powerful object called the 0 Point. But instead of exploding, the 0 Point implodes, creating a giant black hole. You can see this black hole literally sucking everything, every single people on the island, different biomes, the sky, the stars, even the battle bus was not spared. And if you did not know, this was a Chapter 1 finale event, and this black hole lasted for almost 3 to 4 days. And even though the screen was completely black, now and then we would see a random number appear on the screen, and someone put these numbers together, and it turns out this was a code, and it spelled out the word nothing. But who is this nothing, and what does it have to do with the Dark Presence?
And nothing else matters.
No matter how isolated we are, there is a primal force that binds us all, that drives us to adapt, to journey forth in search of adventure. To never, ever give up. To face our deepest fears, no matter the consequences. To confront the darkness that lurks within. That primal force demands balance. The island has grown wild, and so must you.
This is a Chapter 2, Season 6. This season is very important if you want to understand the impact of the nothing that had on the Fortnite island, because this is the season where people start to notice weird things happening on the island, like bunch of crop circles, mysterious lights in the sky, also just people vanishing overnight, and animals as well. People start getting abducted, and then one day they don't even try hiding it, they're just everywhere. These mini UFO ships, and then this giant ship arrive. For some reason, it goes straight for this tower in the middle of the island. Why? Because, as seen in this clip, the Foundation has hidden the 0 Point inside of the spire, but when this mothership showed up, it wasn't there anymore because it was hidden by this character called Dr. Sloan, which I've already explained in this video. But the point I'm trying to make is that the mothership is after the 0 Point. Now, soon we're explained that these aliens are this organization called the Lost Reality. And they're not here to control the island. They're here just for the 0 Point, because 0 Point is the most powerful object in the history of Fortnite. I mean, look at the Dark Presence. He literally has just a small piece of the 0 Point on its chest, and it's already creating so much chaos on the island. Now imagine if you had the whole 0 Point sphere. You would be the most powerful organization or a creature in the history of Fortnite. Now, this is all taking place in Chapter 2, Season 7. And then one day, just out of the blue, this creature shows up on the island called the Cube Queen. Now, she obviously works for the Lost Reality as well. And then, all of a sudden, in this trailer, she mentions the word that we have not heard since a black hole event. Nothing. Watch this.
The time for games is over. Leave nothing behind.
The use of that word nothing is deliberate. This is why Donald Mustard, the creator of Fortnite storyline, is so good at leaving these little hints and Easter eggs to keep you hooked in the storyline. And there's actually a reason why a member of The Last Reality is mentioning the word nothing. And I will tell you when we reach chapter 3, but unfortunately, because the island was completely corrupted, we ended up losing the chapter 2 map and find ourselves in chapter 3, and we notice two things. One, this Fortnite island is not on a planet. We're literally hovering in space inside of this force field called the Rift Bubble. And also the Foundation explains to us exactly what we're doing in chapter 3. Watch this.
I suppose I owe you an explanation. We've all been through a lot the last few years, and there's much more you don't even remember. You've all fought a good fight, but until we set the 0 point free, we'll be facing threats like The Last Reality, and worse. There will be no escaping it. That's why I need your help to destroy the imagined order. As long as they're exploiting the 0 point, everything is in danger. With your help, we can free ourselves from this place and leave the loop for good. We can all go home.
That's right, the Foundation wants to set the 0 point free and destroy this organization called the Imagine Order, who are protecting the 0 point. Now, at the time, it felt like this was the right decision. Slowly, the 7 will find out that this was a huge mistake, because this is exactly what the Nothing wants. Because in chapter 3, we find out that the Nothing is, in fact, the leader of the Lost Reality. We think that this giant ship that looks like the Death Star is the Nothing's main ship, and soon we're actually going to hear the Nothing's voice. But before that, after the 7 defeats the Imagine Order, it is time to get rid of the 7, and that's exactly what the Nothing does. He sends his trusted member called Herald, and she kidnaps most of the members of the 7. Watch this.
Starting to think this may be a problem.
Get out of here! That's Udo!
Just like that, she destroys the entire island, leaving the 0 point isolated out in space. And the reason how we know that this creature Herald is working with the Nothing is because while Herald was corrupting the island, we are given this quest where we had to communicate with the Nothing, and this is his voice. Listen to this.
You are capable, but we're seeking a warrior. Will you continue?
Now in chapter 4, things get very dark because we are introduced to this character called the Rift Warden. Now this warden is actually building a portal to this mysterious place. Now he says he's made to do this by this creature who's on the other side of this portal. He describes this creature as evil and dark.
I'm Stellan, the Rift Warden to the Oathbound. My task is to create a stable rift gate, a bridge to new realities. We'll choose to trust you with a secret I have never told. There is a being. He watches us with dark purpose. If we do not finish the rift gate, the consequences will be terrible.
Is it just me, or does this sound like the Dark Presence? Also, the thing is, this portal ends up destabilizing because someone sabotages it, and it explodes, and it creates another giant portal in the sky. And this giant portal is red, just like the portals we have in chapter 6. Now, the Dark Presence could not get to the island back then, but now he is here. That's why this live event is so important. If this Dark Presence is the nothing, this has been building up ever since chapter 1, which is literally 6-7 years ago. And we know that this live event is just the beginning. This storyline is going to build up throughout chapter 7. We are going to see the return of the 7, the return of the Imagine Order. We know the Lost Reality is going to be back as well because of teaser of this character called Traveler. I think this Dark Presence is either one of Nothing's agent, or it is the Nothing. Maybe it has the ability to shape shift, and it has shape shifted into this giant dark creature. When we get answer, I will be there to explain everything, so please use my code SMJM, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Peace out.